even though you know it's okay, as a man, you're like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Right? It's if you're around other people, you're like, I can't. Even if you're fucking by yourself, sometimes.
Like right now, if I were just, I don't want to care. I wouldn't care if I just started crying right now.
No.
I'm just trying to think like.
I honestly thought about that. I was like, if I like started talking about the fucking breakup and like started crying, like what the fuck would happen?
Well,
We would keep it in, but like, because I'm not ashamed of it. It's part of human emotion. It's what you go through.
Well, like a year.
We're still conditioned. Like, if I had to cry, I would be like, I gotta go find someplace to be alone.
Ready? Welcome
Back
to
Mama's
Boys.
Boys. There we go. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Feels like a while.
We took some trips.
We did. Yeah, the acid was crazy. Oh, other trips.
Oh yeah,
Talking about the acid.
we took some trips. We got a little vaccinated.
All right, well, let's get the elephant out of the room. Evan, we got Evan joining us right now.
We do have Evan joining us.
I'll give myself a round of applause. I deserve it.
Congrats, Evan.
Thank you.
You're our first physical guest to be on the show. How's it feel?
You know, it could have been under better circumstances, but you know what? I couldn't have dreamed this up in any other way. I'm glad to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Happy to have you.
It's pretty wild too because we're interviewing somebody virtually at the end of the show.
Yeah, so we have a
Double.
guest.
We have a double guest.
Double
Whammy. So how was your trip?
A lot of driving. But it was I had a great time. Finally got out of the freaking cold of PA. Get down to Florida.
Oh, how warm was it?
Dudes. Warm. It wasn't too warm. Dude, the weather like down there compared to like so our like cloudy is like or no, what's overcast? Like just gray.
Yeah.
Their overcast is just like clouds, but you can still see blue in the sky.
I can.
And I'm
I
like,
can
what the?
confirm this.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Is it the same way in Georgia?
Oh yeah.
You're just like, oh, it's kind of shitty out today.
It's shitty out, but
There's like 4 clouds in the
then
sky.
he comes up here. It's real fucking shitty today.
Yeah. It was
Damn.
awful today. Wasn't humid though. I do not miss the humidity, but I'm ready to get back to it.
Dude, I feel like my pits would just be absolutely stained.
See, I'm not a stained pits kind of guy, but recently I have been. I can't.
Dude,
it's been rough.
that summer weather though, speaking of which, to all the men listening, go get yourself some fucking 6-inch inseam shorts.
You could just say chubbies.
No, it doesn't need to be
No.
chubbies. You should have
worn them. You should have worn them.
but
Should've
like
worn 'em.
nobody can see my bottom half.
Well, that's
could
why
always
you
stand
stand
up.
up.
And stand on the chair. Give him a little model.
I have. Remember the shorts I bought like 2 years ago
At Walmart?
at Walmart?
Yeah.
They're like 6-inch. Yeah, there we go. You could have done that.
I could have done that.
Could have done that.
I feel like
And
fucking
now,
Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior.
you have any crazy animal stories? Like just
Yeah.
like what?
I think
We've all had dogs. I got a story happened to me today. It was so funny. I should probably go first.
Yeah.
So
It would make sense of what you just
you
said.
have 2 dogs.
I have 2 dogs.
You had 2 dogs.
Yeah.
One
I have
recently
one now.
died. I apologize for that.
Oh,
Whatever.
fuck.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, you got any cool animal stories, man?
Yeah, my dog
I know you only
died.
have 1 now.
Well, I don't have a dog.
I heard your dog
So-
died.
I was,
That's a pretty cool
Yo,
animal
dude, I
story.
heard your dog's dead. So
how was that?
I was at
Come on the podcast, tell it.
but so I was at Trinity's house
We
today.
said goodbye at the vet.
I was at Trinity's house today, and we were making chicken noodle soup, and it rained like the last 2 days or whatever. And so in the backyard, they have a little bit of like a ditch. So they have a puppy, 1 year old,
Oh boy.
Stella, and it's just fucking mud in that little area.
No.
And so there used to be like a fire pit or like a fire ring, but I guess they took it out, and it's literally it's dead grass, just mud.
Yeah.
And because it fucking rained the last 2 days, I'm washing my hands. I look outside the window. I see their dog in a puddle of mud.
Oh.
And I just started dying laughing. And I open up the door and I'm like, you are in so much trouble. And she looks up at me and just goes, splashing mud all over the place. And I walk out onto the porch. I'm dying laughing. And she just fucking takes off running all over the backyard, trailing mud all over the place. It was hysterical.
You're looking for a roommate right now
It's so
for
awkward.
college.
So awkward.
The worst process ever.
Well, how-
Literally,
I would
what's
say
the process for
admissions.
you guys?
it's join a Facebook group,
What do you mean?
and then you're like,
It's the same as any other.
"Hi
unions.
everyone, I
No,
like
'cause it's
movies and TV shows
Okay.
and sleeping,"
Well,
and
it's
they're like, "Me too."
At the college that I went to, it's like when we took a tour of the dorms, it's like they handed you a slip, and it's like, do you like the room warm or cold? Do you like this or that?
What?
Oh, and they just match you.
Yeah, and I thought that was a pretty dope idea, but it didn't apply to me. You know, I didn't live on campus.
None
Oh,
of us
okay.
did.
That's
yeah.
true.
Dude,
That's
I
true.
don't know.
Now I'm like, oh shit, like because I might be a drama kid too, so it's like people are gonna be like, oh Jesus, this kid's gonna be talking about theater 100% of the time in my room. Like, no, I play Madden. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Wolf Slayer. You want to be friends? What did you just say your name is?
Dude, I've gotten some pretty whack messages because you put your Instagram in the Facebook group,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, a new message from this person that I haven't met, and then you're like, oh, and it's like, hey, his username is Dungeon Slayer 67,
Oh God.
and he's like, I saw you're looking for a roommate, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to a different school.
Do you
man.
want to take on the journey to go through Zeldar to defeat the dragon?
I was like, I don't know if I can deal with Pinky Ring waking up every morning and like meditating to
Dude,
Satan.
that's another thing. It's like my sister's friend. I remember I was staying at their dorm, and my sister's friend is like, he's a guy, by the way. He's like, I woke up every morning, and this dude's just jacking his shit.
No
No
way.
It's like- he's like-
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, he's like, I had to pretend to be asleep, and it's like I'd knock over my fan just to be like, hey, I'm awake, but he would not stop. He'd just keep jacking
What?
that shit.
Oh, dude.
That's what kept me away from staying on campus. Is like, I don't want to wake up and listen
With
to
a
this dude
Dick in my mouth.
watching. Yeah, exactly. This dude gets a little saucy, puts his
Well-
dick in my ear or something.
well,
Hey Evan, you want to try this one?
isn't the
No,
etiquette?
not really, man.
The etiquette's got to be to go to the bathroom for that.
Yeah, well, it's West Virginia. You know, there's a
Oh, so they're like,
you know,
hey, you better shut up over there. I'm not finished yet.
yeah.
You better
it's
shut
like,
up or I'm gonna finish on you.
Hey,
Oh.
go back to sleep, buddy.
The bathroom's there. It's like you're gonna find someone jerking off in there every day. It's like the
Oh.
shower drain is just clogged with
Oh,
You-
Jesus.
God knows what. You know.
Dude, my brother at Penn State was like, yeah. One of my roommates was like, yeah, I'll piss on the floor every day, and every day I come back, it's cleaned up. I'm like, that. Could you imagine the job of the fucking janitor? That's like, there is piss, shit, and fucking
Cum.
throw up, all over the floor.
College janitor's got to be the worst job.
Don't shut the door. Just push it. Dude, any janitor would suck.
Elementary school janitor and college janitor are up there. Because
Oh,
elementary
yeah.
school,
High school too.
no, but elementary school kids are throwing up all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
And I
high
got a
school
lot of
kids are
stories
taking
about that too.
kids in high school are taking shits on the floor next to the fucking.
Oh, my
Throwing
God,
chocolate
I remember
milk on
that.
the fucking wall.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
unreal.
My cousin, so he told this, he went to Abington Friends School, and it's like a small school. Somebody put laxative in this kid's protein drink.
Oh,
That's
Because he
no.
would
awesome.
always drink protein at lunch, and everyone's like, all right, buddy.
That's terrible.
So they put laxative in. He found out about it and found out about the kid who put it in his drink. So when he had to go from the laxative,
No way.
he knows
dude.
where his locker is. It's a super small school. There's no locks in your locker. He takes his textbook,
No.
Opens
way,
it up.
dude.
takes a fucking
No.
massive shit
Oh.
in his textbook,
That's tough.
closes it, and puts it back in his backpack.
Dude.
Could you imagine?
Imagine opening up your textbook to page 380 and there's just a fucking huge pile of shit. Oh my god. They're
Dude.
just walking down the hall not knowing it, shit dripping out on the floor.
Oh.
Oh.
Jesus.
Dude, I went
Forget about it.
I went to Wisconsin when you were on your trip, and we're fishing in this stream. We were like 25 feet away from cows.
Right.
Like, you're like, this is Wisconsin. You when you fish, you're like, I'm not supposed to be near cows.
Yeah, but
So then you're
they like
walking,
their cheese.
And there's just these like really big like pies, like mud pies.
Oh my god.
And I was like, yo,
Oh.
Graham, what are these? And he was like, that
Pick
is a
'em up.
massive pile of cow shit. And what they have in Wisconsin are cow pie throwing contests.
No.
Where you bring your own pie. You gotta
Your,
bring it from
your
home.
own or your own cow?
Your own
pie?
cow's pie.
Okay.
and you have to toss it as far as possible.
Oh, I thought they were tossing it at each other.
It's just a big fight.
That would be terrible.
Cowpie
I was
fight!
like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck
Ronald's
do you guys do
got
for fun out
cow
here?
shit in his
What is it with Wisconsin? That state's just cursed, dude.
I mean,
You look at the Green Bay Packers; they're cursed.
yeah.
Shit throwing contest. But Georgia, I think that's where you're going to understand people the best.
Really?
And it's like with me, I'm starting to, acclimate to it, and I'm starting to talk like that too. It may not show.
Well, you can detect like a little bit of Philly and like a little bit of Georgia. You're like,
I got to mix
this
it.
is weird.
I know.
He's cultured.
Yeah.
I'm very cultured. Very.
Yeah, I lived in Philly and Georgia, so I pretty much seen the world.
Seeing the world through a window, that's cool.
Which do you see a difference between the southern culture and the northern culture?
Oh yeah, it like down there, everybody is so nice, and here, just walking down the street, you can tell when someone's just an asshole.
Yeah,
dude. And
it's really that
it's
stark of a difference.
Oh yeah,
wow.
because people here are snobby and pieces of
Yeah,
shit.
I feel like I've asked you that before.
Yeah, and it's like down there.
People up here are trying to just like fuck you.
Yeah,
Down there, like, ha!
Yeah, and it doesn't. Those
can
people,
I fuck
they don't.
you?
No, they're not related.
Oh yeah, the religions are like, save yourself till marriage, but you're a cool guy.
But you're my cousin, so maybe.
It's terrible.
Is there a lot of rednecks in Georgia?
Where I lived for the first 6 months, I lived in the most redneck part of Georgia,
Really?
and I want to go back there because it was amazing.
Nice people?
Right,
Good,
Yeah,
good people.
nice people, but they are just complete morons, and that's what you love. I look like a fucking scholar compared to them, and I'm
God
stupid.
damn, you're smart.
Exactly. They're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Philadelphia.
I'm from the city.
I'm from the
I'm
city.
from West Philadelphia.
West Philadelphia, ain't that another country? No.
Ain't that where Will Smith came from? No. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I know. I watched that shit, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or some shit.
Want a beer?
You
got
met my
PBO?
sister? I mean, my wife?
Want my beer? Give a tractor.
Is that a real thing? Is the whole, incest thing real?
Not in Georgia.
Not in Georgia.
Alabama, yes.
No way.
Oh yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah. And there's a channel on YouTube. I don't remember what it's called, but he interviewed incest people, and they are fucking stupid. They don't know words.
What?
They do not know words. They talk like.
Well, no, isn't it like the people that participate in incest or an incest baby? What is that? What is that called? Inbred?
Inbred, yeah.
Inbred baby?
Jesus.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it's like they don't go to
that,
school.
Is that not the right word?
They don't go to school.
No, they don't go to school. It's a farm life,
No,
They
we learned that in chemistry. Like if
Yeah.
like it fucks with the
it's your genes.
Well, yeah.
It's like you're not inheriting two different genes.
Right,
You're
it's
inheriting
just-
the same thing.
Yeah.
what's the word called?
I don't know.
Is it
Inbreeding.
inbred offensive?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Trying to steer away from the
inbred is not offensive, I would say.
They'd be like, yeah, I am.
They're proud of it too.
No,
Proud
they'd
of
be
it.
like, "Give me back here." And you're like, what? Wait, what did you just say?
You got here, inbred.
He's got 6 fingers.
Walking around,
4 on one hand, 2 on the
bow-legged
other.
as shit.
That's
Dude, that
wild.
is crazy.
Oh yeah, and it's like once you go down there, your viewpoint on the world completely changes.
Dude, I'm sure.
It's like I will say, like when I lived here, I don't mean to get into politics, but it's like I was Democratic when I lived here. When I moved there, completely changed.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not big into politics, but it's like I count myself as I voted Republican.
Okay.
But it's that's what you do there. It's like
right.
You
So
acclimate to just
So
the culture.
there were parts of the culture that made you understand that viewpoint more than you.
And it's
understood.
like I understand both viewpoints.
Uh-huh.
I don't give a shit about that stuff.
Man.
Yeah, neither do I. Which is probably an issue because we are the generation that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there is something to be said about expanding your perspective so that you at least understand why people think the way that they do. You don't have to agree.
Rather than being like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, fuck you
But
because
blue
you
piece of
believe
shit,
in this.
man,
It's
what?
like you gotta understand why, and like that. I've experienced both ways, and it's like I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, because my 2 options of where I'm going to school, it's like I'm staying East Coast.
Yeah.
Going out to Wisconsin still definitely changes your viewpoint of like where you live right now. It's so much slower. Like everything's farther apart. It's like life just moves at a
different pace.
You're like, I'm gonna get 3 things done today, and then you live out here, and you're like, if I don't have 10 things done by tomorrow, my boss is gonna fire me. My family's gonna fall apart because everything is just the deadlines are quicker here.
That was terrible.
In middle school, we weren't even allowed to have headphones in the morning. We weren't even allowed to have them on the bus.
Yep, I remember that.
I remember one time I was walking Christian to class because I had to carry his books for him because he was on crutches.
Mm-hmm.
The principal at the time, I'm gonna fucking say his name,
Shillingford.
Mr. Shillingford.
Still owes me Post-it notes, by the way.
Freaking hated that guy. I'm talking to him. Like, I see him down the hall. I'm walking up. First thing he does, fucking rips he like slowly takes him out of my ears.
Oh, that's
and I just
creepy.
wanted to punch that dude in the face.
At least do
creepy.
it quickly, man.
Yeah.
He was just
a
like,
little
just
yank.
slowly, like.
yeah, I wanted to punch him in the face. Is that gum?
Oh, yeah, that's...
Dude, I
That's some good
hated
tasting
that
earwax
dude.
there, Wyatt.
Honestly, though, like, obviously, don't fucking do that. But it was probably better for our mental health as middle schoolers.
I mean,
I wasn't a kid to go on my phone during class.
I know,
It
but,
was
like,
like a down period of
Could
time.
you imagine, like, especially when you're... Dude.
Nowadays, kids?
How much social media gets abused when you're in middle school?
Dude, I'm doing a research paper on social media.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
It's better. It gets better in high school. Remember Ask FM?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, people would be like...
abuse that.
Because they're anonymous and they're like, you should kill yourself. And then it's like...
I don't remember that. But...
You don't remember that? Because it was with girls, it would be like... Well, it was also the number one thing where it was like, rate me.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
Give me a TBH.
But then girls would just like post on each other's asks like,
Fuck
hey,
you.
Yeah, you suck. You're not pretty.
You have
should
no
kill yourself."
ass.
And then it's like some girls would like write to themselves and be
Yes.
like, oh my god, you're so
Yeah.
pretty and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god, thank you. I know it's myself saying that, but thank you so much.
They didn't take off anonymously.
But-
it just fucking says her name underneath it.
When your self-esteem is that fragile at that age, and then you get all this power put in your hand, you're like, wait,
Yeah.
I can talk to anyone and get attention from anyone whenever I want.
And I can anonymously.
It's no wonder why kids have so many mental health problems these days.
Dude, I'm doing a research paper right now, and it is ridiculous.
I mean, it probably doesn't even help me to be on social media where I'm like, oh, look at everyone else like at college right now.
Dude,
Having
Having fun and
hope.
enjoying
dude,
their
it
lives.
has every Friday, Saturday night. I'm laying in bed, and
Scrolling
all,
through Instagram
all these
stories.
kids is on Snapchat,
Yep.
Instagram, and they're like, yeah, and I'm just like,
I would hate to be that kind of person who feels the need to record everything.
Yeah,
That pisses me
Well,
off.
I think that changes it because we're freshmen in college.
yeah. There's a
So-
balance though.
Yeah, you can record some, but it's like for example,
If you're at a concert, I'm okay with like
Exactly.
a song or two.
Yeah,
but it's
the
like they
entire-
record the entire fucking thing. Enjoy it. Stop doing this and
Yeah, dude. I
look
don't.
where I am. I'm at a Kid Cudi concert.
that's
Yeah,
that's where
take a picture or like I don't know. Why even tell anybody that you're there?
that's
Yeah.
where that's the problem I run into too. Is I'm like, wait, I want to be able to look back on this a long time from now and be like, because you forget shit,
That's why
Yeah.
there's a private story.
right?
I'm okay with the
Still,
private story.
I mean, just for saving it, not even for sharing it.
That's okay.
Like
That's okay.
like I'll take a picture of something, but then this is a long time ago. But when I was like starting to vlog up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna vlog and record everything, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, I'm recording everything. I'm not fucking
Yeah.
living. You're just like, this is gonna be a cool moment for other people to see, not for myself to experience.
Dude, I realized that when I was like at I would just be like recording. I'd be like a sport event, and I'd be recording like, or my sister ran track. We'd have to record her run.
Mhm.
And it's like I was looking through here, and I was like, I'm not even seeing it in real life.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
seeing it through
seeing
fucking
it
a
through a
phone.
lens.
It's just crazy. And then we went to a Flyers game, and Wayne Simmons won in a shootout.
And you're
And
recording it.
I was recording it, but I also was like, I was recording it like this, and I was looking with my eyes.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, like I can
Yeah.
see it now.
I guess that's the best way to do it. I still don't understand. I can't even wrap my head around being in any way intoxicated, high, drunk, on a trip in school.
Tripping in
On
school.
a, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, I don't. Dude, there were kids that would get caught with and a ton of paraphernalia on them.
Dude, like bringing shrooms to school.
I know a couple kids that just freaking took edibles sophomore year.
I would freak myself out way too much.
Well, I mean,
it's crazy. They can't. I mean, I can't wrap my head around. I don't know how you could do it.
Yeah.
Even freshman year kids were doing that at my school. It's
Really?
like they would show up to class just faded as shit.
Well, there were a couple
And
kids.
the teachers can tell.
I mean,
In most cases.
yeah,
There were a couple kids.
It's like the stench is bad, and then it's like,
Oh, there
yo,
was one kid
Yeah.
senior year. Every time I walked in class, I literally thought he had weed in his backpack. I was just like, dude, like.
Well, kids, at the end of senior year, you just don't care anymore.
no.
Oh, with that, I would.
Second semester senior year, nobody gave a fuck.
Well, I mean, if you're bringing weed to school, you've passed the point of not
Yeah.
caring a while ago. Like, it being
you
a
stopped
big...
caring sophomore
there-
year.
There
Yeah,
was
exactly.
a kid in our grade that would literally smoke a bowl in his car in the east parking lot
That's kind of sick.
until
Listen,
his
man.
car reeks and he walks in reeking.
Yeah, but it's like... What's so crazy is that for people that use weed as... I mean, it's obviously different if you're using weed for fun.
Dude, I don't see an
Yeah.
issue with weed.
But if you just use weed as medicine, it's like, go for it, man. Smoke a bowl in your car. You're not doing it in school.
And that's another viewpoint that I changed. It's like if I'd liked a girl and she smoked weed, I'd be like, oh, you're out. But
Really?
now I don't care. You know, I see why people do it.
Dude.
It's not my thing personally, but
Yeah.
you know,
I don't think it's none of our things.
no.
Yeah. Because, like, for me, I tried it in 9th grade. Did it, like, somewhat regularly. And then, I think I can say that. I mean, I'm into school. You can't take it back now. Anyway, no, I'm going to enroll before this comes out.
I remember that night, and you invited me over, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna throw your life away?" I was that little fucking shithead.
Well, you were taught in DARE for years.
Yeah, and we
You're
we
gonna
all had to
ruin your
sign-
life.
We all had to sign
it
that
is
big
ridiculous.
poster.
It is ridiculous. That's just like it will ruin your life.
And now
then-
it's legal.
And then people
Yeah.
are like, "It's a gateway drug." Are you You're gonna say it's a gateway drug? No, like look at heroin addicts. No fucking shit. They're not gonna start with fucking cocaine.
Exactly.
They're gonna start with. They can start with fucking alcohol.
So, back in 9th grade is when I started and just tried it. And I was like, this is kind of cool. This is, like, fun. And then I developed grown-up anxiety. And then it was just like, oh,
I thought you were
combining...
gonna say like genital herpes.
No.
I was like, oh.
But at the time then, too, like, everyone that was around me that was,
Yeah.
like, didn't think I was that kind of kid was like, oh my God, you did that?
I remember we were sitting at the same lunch table and a couple kids came up like, no way, like Nick, Breen, like congratulations. And I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
it's
remember
like
that.
congratulations.
Congrats on what?
Yeah, you're
Like,
like,
what?
dude, it's just, but it's like, it is attached to a certain type of identity.
Yeah.
And I
It's
feel like that's
crazy.
changing now. Like, I feel like when we're grown-ups, it's going to be normal for you to have friends over and you're passing a joint around while your kids are playing in the other room.
It's
Yeah.
weird that there's a stereotype built around it too, because a girl I work with, like, I wasn't there at work, but she was talking to Larry, and they were like talking about or whatever, and she's like, oh yeah, like Wyatt is just, you know, looks like a stoner, and Larry was like, no, like total opposite, and I was just like, it's so crazy that my hair,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
that's
your
a big
hair
thing.
or how you dress would be like, oh, he or she is a stoner.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Or it's just my fucking style. And I'm not saying, like, I wasn't offended. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. But I just thought it was crazy that, like, there's such, like, a...
It's
like,
still,
yeah,
even in
it's just-
2021, even though it's legal in like 3 of the states around us.
It's legal in
New Jersey?
Nothing, it hasn't, like...
New York?
It's legal in our own fucking state.
Yeah.
For recreational.
Or
No.
for medicine. I mean.
Medicine, that's what it is.
Medicinal. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like any other substance, it can be abused, like alcohol, like
Prescribed pills.
Yeah, prescribed. Even exercise can be abused.
Dude,
Sex can be abused.
What,
like
kids with ADHD, what are they given?
Adderall.
Yeah, here's a fucking addictive drug. Are you
There's-
kidding me?
There's
It's
drugs.
Adderall.
There's drugs everywhere that people are addicted to, and then it's just like, yeah,
That's
just
the bad one.
choose your poison and use it moderately.
And that's the thing. Why are they pointing out marijuana?
I don't know. That's like a history paper because there's reasons. There's racial reasons around it.
Look at it. If you find like a drug addict, they will probably tell you that they drink alcohol as well.
Yeah.
How come alcohol isn't considered a gateway drug?
Because
or people are like, it is a gateway drug. Why then?
It's because that's a whole history.
Dude, people just don't want to do the research, and they're just like they're all so close-minded. Well, and I don't really care, but it's just like at least don't be an ass.
Well, remember though, like we had that conversation a while ago where, like our parents now, they were taught their entire lives as they grew up, marijuana is going to make you a drug addict, and it will make your child a drug addict. And so then they like, now that it's changing, they're like, wait, we were told our whole lives that.
Yeah, and that's we were talking about. It's like if when we're older, and they're like, oh, cocaine is now legal.
Yes.
We'd be like, whoa.
You're like, no. You're gonna get addicted to that.
What's going on in Oregon? Isn't all that shit becoming legal or something?
So the thing
it's not criminalized. So you just get an offense.
That's one thing.
Jail for it.
If someone like had possession of it, I feel like that shouldn't be. I should think it just be like a dealer.
Yeah, because
if you're using something,
you need help.
Exactly.
And being put in jail.
And I don't care if someone's like, no, I'm just using it to have a fun time. No, you're shooting up heroin, and that's not okay.
Yeah. If your intent is to sell, which you're then profiting off of other people's
and you're
sickness,
hurting other people,
then you go to jail. But like, if you're found with an individual, like, just get help. Go put them in rehab or
get them help.
Some place where they can be supported and get back to normal life.
Right, like, I'm going to lock you up in jail for 3.5 years.
Let's put something on your criminal record. You're still an addict, and then let's go release you back into the world and see how you do.
It's just dude. That's just one like part of the craziness in the world.
Yeah, but it's changing, and it's going to bring more money into the frickin' government.
It is a booming business.
You can go into Doylestown right now and get some frickin' CBD joints.
Yeah, you get. Yeah,
which I really got to try those. Like, I've already tried a CBD joint. It's just a nice, calm.
I like CBD.
But I really want to try the gummies. Because I just don't, inhaling stuff into my lungs.
No, I don't like that either.
Can't be good long term.
And I just don't like the idea of it. Like,
but it's definitely better than vaping. To put real shit that's been burned in your lungs rather than chemicals. It's just the stuff
that you're putting in the lungs. Like, that's like the whole.
I hope that's not the epidemic for our generation. Is like when we get to be older. Oh, there's all of these health problems from vaping.
Oh yeah, but I don't vape.
Nor do I.
No. So I mean, I don't care if you vape or not. But that's just not my. Like, I've said this. Like, I've said this to people that do vape. They're like, "How come you don't vape?" I'm like, "Dude, if I score a touchdown in Madden, I get that same rush that you use." Exactly. And it's just like those little things because like.
Yeah, nicotine just scares me because it is a chemically produced addictive substance. It's not natural.
It is made to.
Yeah, it's made to make you addicted.
It's made to make you buy more.
Yeah,
and it's like caffeine. That's another thing. Caffeine is.
I've been really scared about caffeine. I just started taking pre-workout like probably 2 months ago, but I was terrified because I was like, I'm gonna get addicted to caffeine and be drinking it all of the time.
Yeah,
I've tried to steer. I don't really drink. I mean, I have a ginger ale right now, but I don't really drink caffeine.
I never drank coffee either. I
haven't been a coffee.
I'm scared of coffee.
I'm afraid that's going to be a thing in college.
All these people will be like, "Oh, I love coffee," but then they get off coffee and they have a terrible headache, and they literally go through withdrawal. And I'm like, oh.
Same thing with Diet Coke. Yeah. People that need a Diet Coke, it's an addiction.
My mom used to have like an addiction to Diet Coke.
My parents too.
She would have like she would probably have like over 100 cans of just like Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have so many Diet Cokes? For me,
it's energy.
But then she got rid of it, and now she water and then like a splash of cranberry. But she was like, like I get really bad headaches if I didn't have like Diet Coke, and I was like, that's terrible.
It's the same shit.
It's scary.
Oh my god. There's bottom line.
You can get addicted to anything.
Anything is a drug.
Anything.
Exercise.
Anything that gives you.
I know somebody who's addicted to exercise, and they get injured.
Yeah.
And they hurt themselves, and they still their thing is they have to run. They they won't be able to fall asleep. Family member.
Really?
They have to run. They won't be able to like stop, fall asleep, anything if they do not get a run in.
That's crazy.
And it is a literal addiction.
It's scary.
But then there's moderation that you find.
Yeah.
Because like for me, not running, but just exercise in general is so beneficial to my mental health. It just calms your mind, lets you release a lot of stuff, get your mind off. You have to focus on your exercise. I'm like, at what point would, if I increased the amount that I kept going to the gym, if I went every day, twice a day, at what point does it then become an addiction for me too?
Yeah. Well,
it's anything. It really is anything.
It can be a healthy addiction.
And food.
That's
my thing. I'm not like addicted, but it's just like, oh, I'm bored. I could eat.
I have spans of when I'm addicted to things. Like, I'm the kind of person who can't eat the same thing like 5 days in a row.
Yeah, I have that issue too.
I can do that. So that's my thing.
Like, I don't have that one thing that I can eat every day. I get sick of shit so fast.
So do I. It makes my stomach feel weird when I eat the same taste over and over again.
Really? I think I cycle through like the same like 4 or 5 things every day. So like today I had an apple, Belvita, and soup. I probably won't have soup again because like I don't know how often I have soup, but I have a box of Belvita, and I eat apples like every day if we have. Because I'm trying to turn away from eating a cup of Goldfish or a sleeve of Oreos, and I'll be like, all right, just fucking replace it with an apple. That's pretty healthy.
Well, I went from one end of the spectrum to the other because when I was really busy in high school, the stress or being bored, that drove me to food.
Yeah.
Now, when I have anxiety about stuff, it goes completely the opposite. I get nauseous.
That's how I am.
My appetite goes way down, and I'm like, fuck, like I gotta eat. Like I'm gonna be tired, but I just don't want to because I'm nauseous and anxious and whatever.
That's how I was like a year ago. Like
really,
I would say in the span of maybe like 6 months, I lost like 60 or 70 pounds.
Jesus Christ!
Holy shit!
A lot of shit was eaten at me.
Yeah.
I could not eat. I was throwing up a lot.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that point yet. Like I'm trying to stop the fucking anxiety before it gets worse.
And that's what I did. You know, it's like what you said about finding that one thing that helps you.
Yeah.
And it's like
I had
a healthy thing.
Like how meditating is. But I don't meditate. It's like I find that one thing that takes my mind off of all that shit.
Yeah.
When I was going through a breakup, I would literally I would go home, or I would just be at home. And I was so fucking skinny. It was like before, like a couple weeks before we broke up. And then like months after, I would put on my fucking boxers and they would fall down.
No,
because my waist was so fucking tiny. I was 155. 155.
Wow. And like 5'11".
6. Yeah, at the time. Yeah, I would literally my dad one time made a comment. And I could never, like, growing up, I could never, like, you know, like, people have, like, the V. I never had that until, like, I lost all that weight. And I was like, I never had this. And I literally hold my boxers and shorts up because they would literally fall down. Because I did not have, like, I just didn't have the weight.
Yeah, because you can't eat. You're, like, anxious. Shit's eating at you.
Yeah.
It is one of the most terrible feelings that I've, like, experienced recently. Where it's like, I just wish that like food could be good to me right now.
Yeah.
You could put your favorite meal in front of you and you're like, I don't really want to touch that.
Yeah. That's how I felt for a long time. And it's like you said, you were down to what, 155?
155.
I think I would say like a year ago at this point, I weighed myself at like 150. And I'm like 6'4", you know.
Holy shit.
And
dude. You were like a stick.
Yeah. I still kind of am, but I've put a lot of weight on in the past like 10 months ever since.
Dude, that's awesome.
Ever since shit went down.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I remember when you came back early in the quarantine.
Yeah, during the...
wasn't really...
In May. I came back in May before I graduated.
And then my mom and Jonathan saw you because you guys were picking up food.
Yeah.
And you sewed your long hair and they're like, yeah, he looks great. He needs fucking food.
Yeah.
Like he's literally a stick.
And that was like, that point was when shit was getting really bad for me in my relationship.
Yeah.
And then once it finally ended like a month later, I felt way better. It's like
really?
That stress was gone and I could finally eat again. And that, you know, that was
Yeah, and it was definitely like I don't think I ever realized like the whole food thing. But dude, I was literally had a fucking if I had like my phone in my pocket, my pants would literally fall down my ankles. And I remember going to the rock gym with Christian one time, and my pants were falling down as I was climbing up the rock gym because I couldn't put anything in my pants.
Dude, that's
and I would tie them.
Going through a breakup right now too, and that's what I'm trying to like stop this shit way early so that I'm like not 4 months down the road and like fuck, I just lost 20 pounds. Like
I'm 130.
Yeah, I just talked to them about this. Breakups suck no matter what though.
Yeah, no matter what, they're gonna suck.
Like even whether you broke up with the person, whether you got broken up with.
No, they
obviously one
suck.
is worse than the other. But no matter what, it sucks all around.
It fucking sucks. But if you get... personally, I think if you get broken up with, it makes you so much stronger.
Oh, yeah.
Not saying that.
I can tell that now. Like, back then,
it just takes time.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. Like, for me, it took, 10 months?
Mine took almost a year.
Yeah. And it's like...
You guys are not making me feel better.
No. So there's the point of, okay... Mine was 10 months to like a year before I got back into another relationship.
Yeah.
But like after the few, like I'd probably say 5-6 months, I was finally like, okay, I'm happy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then you get like the months starting to move on, and then it just like things are just finally like I guess back to normal.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
You're not thinking about them anymore. Like
exactly. They're not. There's something that just doesn't cross your mind unless you see them.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's
Dude,
a big thing.
Bill Burr had a fucking amazing video where he was like, this guy, people call into his podcast and they're like, yeah, this guy's like, my girlfriend of 7 years just broke up with me.
Oh.
We were to be engaged, or we were engaged to be married, and she just like dropped this fucking rock on me. Like, I'm trying to get over it, yada, yada, yada. Like, I found myself crying in the fetal position. And Bill Burr was like, listen, dude, you have to get the shit out of you one way or another. Women get over breakups so much faster and better because it is socially acceptable for them to cry about it.
Yeah.
It should be socially acceptable for men to cry about it too, but they don't.
I'm an emotional guy.
So am I. They feel ashamed about it, and they don't cry, so they either hold that shit in,
that's what I do. I haven't cried in 10 months.
It's like when you need to throw up.
Yeah.
And it's like you're just prolonging the pain. You gotta suck it up and let it go.
The last time I cried was probably when Trinity made my birthday book. I opened up Nick's the first page. I just bawled. And I was like, God damn it, dude. I was like, why am I crying right now?
Those are the best moments.
And I flipped it through and I was like, God, we were probably there for like 2.5 hours because I just couldn't finish the book. And I was just in tears. And I was like,
that's what
God. And Nick was just funny. Like Nick's page was just funny. And I was just like, why am I crying right now, man?
The strongest good or bad, the strongest emotions come out through tears.
Yeah.
And I wish it were more socially acceptable for men to cry, because I feel like so much emotional pain, which then oftentimes gets inflicted upon others, could be saved by men just being able to release it.
Yeah.
And not have to worry about people being like, you fucking pussy, like you cried.
Dude, so many people at our school probably see me cry in Hollycong after a couple football games, get emotional. We lost East versus West sophomore year. I was in tears. Had to walk out in the stadium in front of a fucking overfilled stadium.
Yeah.
Track cried a couple times.
I've never seen you cry.
I don't know if you've seen me cry.
I don't think I've seen you cry either. It's
I'm more of like a pain, like a physical pain. Like if someone stabs me, well I've never been stabbed, but when I hurt my foot, I wasn't crying.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh, it hurts.
You're in shock.
But I think mine's more of like an emotional kind of thing.
Oh yeah, because you can't even. There's no way to express how you feel other than fucking tears coming out. And what Bill Burr said is, here are your three options: you hold it in, you cry it out, or you drink it out.
I have done all three.
Dude, everyone has. Everyone has at some point, but you want to choose crying it out number one, always,
Yeah.
always. Because it happens. You go, see, what I'm going through right now. It's like you have this emotional buildup. It's got to go somewhere. It has to.
Yeah.
Or else it's gonna sit and eat
sit
and eat
sit.
and eat, and then you're not gonna be able to eat.
Oh,
And you're like, all right, no one's home right now.
just
All
eats
right,
at you.
and then you get it over with.
Yeah, I'm an emotional guy.
So am I.
It's like I am emotional, but it's like I couldn't cry even if I wanted to. It takes a lot. For me
Yeah,
to cry.
same.
Sometimes I lay in bed, I go, I could go fucking see a sad movie right now.
Yeah.
I'll turn on a sad video and I'll cry. I'll be like, I needed that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I won't even be sad. I'll be like, I can get a good cry on it now.
Well, for me, it's like usually a funeral. I've only ever been to 2 funerals.
I've been to one, and that was like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't cry though.
So sorry.
I mean, I didn't really know the guy.
Oh, okay.
I was just there for show. I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how it is.
The last time I cried before, like, from a breakup was months ago at a funeral, and that's why for me, I'm like, I wish I cried more. I wish, because it would just release shit. But for me, like, same with you, it just takes so much to get to that point. But then once you do, it's like, wow, that feels a lot better.
I don't know if it takes a... I think the last time I cried was the book. So
I definitely tear up at sad shit, though.
Yeah, so there's like a pit, but that's not really like something like a breakup. That's something you cry about.
Yeah.
Like there's like just like sadness. But, like, I don't know if I'm sad, like I cry. I don't just like don't cry.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's still just even though you know it's okay, as a man, you're like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Right. It's if you're around other people, you're like, I can't. Even if you're fucking by yourself, sometimes.
Like right now. If I were just, I don't want to care. I wouldn't care if I just started crying right now.
No.
I'm just trying to think. Like,
I honestly thought about that. I was like, if I like started talking about the fucking breakup and like started crying, like what the fuck would happen?
well,
We would keep it in, but like, because I'm not ashamed of it. It's part of human emotion. It's what you go through.
like a year and a half ago was probably one of the toughest things happened in my life, and I was living with you for a little bit. I don't know if I cried in front of you.
I haven't cried in front of anyone either. It's the.
I don't think I have.
Because we're still conditioned. Like, if I had to cry, I would be like, I gotta go find some place to be alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, I'm gonna cry right now in front of Wyatt and just fucking let it all out. And then as men, we have no idea how to handle that. When like a friend's crying, you're like, wait, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I suck with that stuff.
Dude,
I am so bad.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Do
man.
I try to help or I just go?
Yeah.
It sucks.
I'm gonna leave you alone for a little bit here, friend.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had to deal with
But you know what?
a guy crying.
I bet there's someone out there listening to this that needs to cry right now.
Cry.
Cry.
Just do it. Just
Cry.
Seriously.
Cry.
Like, it's okay.
I don't see an issue.
It doesn't take away from any part of who you are.
It doesn't take away from...
It doesn't take away from your masculinity. Like, it's going to make you a more confident, more masculine, like, what if you want that, like...
Just a thing, just a human, it's just a natural response.
It's going to make you feel... Exactly, it's natural. It's going to make you feel better. Am I still recording here, by the way?
No.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm just kidding, yeah.
I was going to... We just had one of the most in-depth conversations we've had on this
but we don't have your light on.
I know, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's fine.
You look fine.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that's
I gotta go cry.
Yeah, we're all gonna go cry together.
I'm gonna jump out the window and cry on my way down.
All right, I think that wraps. What episode is this? 7?
7, I think.
So that wraps up
Episode 7.
Mama's Boys.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you.
We love you.
I love you.
We should guys should normalize guys saying I love you.
Normalize guys saying
And
I love you.
hugs. Never know when it's
I'm
gonna be the last
big I
time.
love you person. Big. We were supposed to end this.
All right.
I'm not getting into another conversation about love.
Love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you guys. Deuces.
Deuces.